I'm Chris McLaughlin.
I'm Justin Delavina.
I'm Coltrane Sin, and this is the Stoplight Squad.
All right, the purpose of our project is able to turn on different LEDs whenever a different temperature threshold is reached. More specifically, what we started off is when it's at room temperature, there's going to be no lights on. But then when we add a slight touch to it, like a little finger heat from our finger, it's going to turn on the green light. But whenever we add pressure, we're putting both of our fingers in and squeezing very tightly, and we're going to see that the green light's going to turn off and the red light will turn on instead.
When assembling the hardware, the first thing we did was we took the thermistor and we plugged it into the first channel of the MIDAC. After that, we wired that to the next, like 3 channels over. Then we took a red and a green LED that were both attached to resistors, and we plugged those into channels that were outputs. And that's pretty much all it took when we came to assembling it.
First, we hooked up the thermistor to the MIDAC, and then from there we ran that wire to 2 greater than gates and gave those an 8 or a 9, depending on when they would turn on. And then giving on when those turn on, they ran to an AND or an OR gate, so that only one wire would be active at a time, and those ran to our LEDs. I thought the most challenging part on this entire project was putting the LEDs actually into the MIDAC, because we had to put the 2 LED ends into the one output for them, and for some reason they just didn't want to stay together, so we had to end up twisting them together like a bread tie and then cramming them in there, tightening it, and then it finally stayed.
For me, what I thought the most challenging part was adding actually the new Boolean gates to the project. So when we were actually just following the instructions, they kind of already had like a set of instructions to finish that project, but since we had to go out of the instructions, kind of add in and mix into 2 different projects together, wiring those two together a lot of times brought in different results, and a lot of the results were not what we were looking for, and it actually took a lot of trial and error for us to find the right Boolean set of combination gates for us to make sure we got the results.
The thing I found most difficult about this project was trying to figure out how to combine both the labs into one giant lab.
I thought the most interesting part was having the LEDs change based off temperatures at any given time, and only one LED being on at the given time, the temperature that we desired.
All right, what I thought was the most interesting part about this whole project was how we were able to get different parts of like different engineers, different people with different disciplines come together for this one project to be able to come up to get the desired results of having different LEDs turn on with different temperatures.
The thing I found most interesting about this project, though, was how we worked together as a team and how we could use our strengths and weaknesses to complement each other when doing this project, and learning how to overcome our strengths and weaknesses.